by Crom.
Chrome.
It's Conan's God.
Wow.
Welcome, folks, to the newest, latest,
Edition.
hottest, new episode of Captain Bill
And Big Shot Joe.
Watch a Movie.
Watch a movie.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, this time, this go round, we are doing
A reboot.
a reboot of one of my favorite movies, Conan the Barbarian, starring Jason Momoa as Conan. Now, those of you may remember the old Conan movie. It's a classic.
Starring Arnold
Schwarzenegger. You know, I mean, love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I own that movie. But you know what, man? I really liked this one too, because it was. Well,
It had a different take on Conan's
yeah,
story.
it's a new version of it. I like Jason Momoa, but this one is a little different telling. So
How so, Bill?
it's good. Well, before we get on to that, let's give them a little some details about this here movie, while I enjoy some of this the snacks of this show here. Some Doritos Wild White Nacho.
Pretty good.
Pretty tasty.
All right.
Try to
So,
find some if you can.
Conan the Barbarian, the reboot, came out in 2011. It was a Lionsgate Studios movie. The director was Marcus Nispel. Has a 112-minute runtime, so it's not too bad as far as length. So you have the main star who plays Conan is Jason Momoa, which those of you know, Aquaman, Baywatch,
the guy from I don't know what was it?
the show, the movie.
His name's like Cole or something like that in Game of Thrones. He was the one that was with I think when he hooked up with the dragon lady and
Possibly, I haven't seen
Game of Thrones. I know he was in Game of Thrones, and he.
Right.
I can't remember. No. It's like Drago. I think that was his name, Drago.
Drago.
Drago. Yeah.
You're not thinking of the Russian from
No,
Rocky,
no,
right?
no,
Okay.
no. No, his name's like Drago or something. I didn't watch it. I just know he was in it, and. But yeah, that Jason Momoa. He's Conan. And who else?
Sorry, very tasty. So, we have a Rose McGowan, which, for those of you who don't know, she was in Charmed.
Charmed.
She was
the
also
first Scream movie.
She was in the movie Ready to Rumble, which we will be reviewing that eventually.
She was hooked up with Marilyn Manson for a while.
Yep. She's been in quite a few things.
Yeah, she's the evil wizard girl.
Then you had Stephen Lang, who was the bad guy in the hit movie Avatar.
Yeah, he was the general with the scars on his face, and well, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he was in that movie. What was it, like Don't Make a Sound or Be Quiet, something like that, where the kids break into the blind guy's house, but he turns out he's a psychotic serial killer.
Damn.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
It's messed up, Bill.
He was one of the people that they were really pulled for. They really wanted him to play the part of Cable in the Deadpool movie, but yeah, he's the bad guy, and he does a great job. I think I like him as an actor.
He's definitely sadistic. And of course, one of the very popular names in this film, Mr. Ron Perlman.
Plays Conan's dad.
Yep, also known for Hellboy, Sons of Anarchy.
Beauty and the Beast TV show.
I was just gonna say that. Get out of my brain. Wow. I thought I was gonna stump Bill. I was gonna be like, hey, fun fact. Here's one you might not guess, but he got it before me, so I stand corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, Bill.
With Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
I did not know that. Who'd she play?
The chick.
She was the princess, the belle, or whatever?
Yeah, and the TV show series.
Wow. See? Well, check it out. All right. So, let's see what some of the sites have been
And
saying.
also there was Rachel Nichols.
There was Rachel Nichols, yes.
She plays.
Momoa's love interest. In
Yeah,
this
she's
movie.
the pure blood.
That's right.
So we know in the original Conan, there's the whole story of how he became Conan, which was more followed closer along with the storybook or the comic book telling that he was taken into slavery and just through just slave labor grew bigger. They taught him to fight. He started fighting in arena gladiator, arena pit fighting kind of shit, and became the champ, the best, and until he
The original.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's the way it was in the comics too. This one's a
I
different
never read
little
the
telling.
comics.
Yeah, this is a different telling.
So back in your day,
But
was Conan a popular comic?
oh, absolutely.
Like, would he be up there?
He was one I collected regular. There was Conan the Barbarian. Then there was the Savage Sword of Conan's, which were bigger than regular traditional comic
then
books. They were more like magazine kind of size.
And then there was Archie.
And they were in black and white.
And then there was Archie and Jughead. I know you collected those.
No, I did not. If you'd have come over to my house with some Archie and Jughead crap,
We'd be fighting. I
I'd
get
be
it.
throwing you and your silly ass comments
Out the door.
out the door. I was all about the superheroes and oh yeah, man.
So IMDb gave it a
Ah.
rating.
We'll get to that when we do ours.
Well, then there you go. Go ahead,
I'm
Bill.
jumping ahead.
Give
We're
this
still
one-
trying to talk about a movie. You're trying to give what people rated it.
Give the synopsis. Go ahead.
So, in this one here,
Eat my Doritos.
he's a young boy. He's literally born on the battlefield. His mother is out there pregnant, fighting. She gets stabbed right in the gut, and luckily it misses him. But she knows she's dying. And Ron Perlman, his dad, he runs over. She tells him, "I want to see my baby before I die." So he basically cuts him out of her belly. They don't show that, but that's what he does. And she gets to hold him for a moment before she dies, and she names him Conan. And then he raises him, teaching him to fight. And so, but
He was badass as a little kid,
yeah,
though,
as a
man.
kid, as a teenager, there's this thing.
Tearing shit up.
There's a little competition between the young kids in the village there. They put these like little bird eggs in their mouths, and then they have to run up this mountain to the top and then back down or something to that effect. And the first one down
Without the egg
egg
breaking.
being broken,
Yep.
they won and something. I don't remember what they said.
It was
won. I think
to be able to fight with the the
that's
warriors.
it. Yeah,
in their
yeah.
pack
They earned
in their
they
group.
earned the right to be able to fight.
Next to the warriors, so naturally every young teenage boy was trying to win that.
Right. So
Just happened to be Conan.
yeah, they take off, and Conan's one of the kids, and he runs and he's taking kids out. Well, turns out there's some bad guys. He's like, I don't know, another tribe or whatever of people there, but they weren't definitely good guys. They go in there and attack. And
They were slave traders, right?
I'm not sure what those guys were.
No,
they were with the bad guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he was a slave trader.
No, he was searching for the pieces.
Oh, gotcha.
So, which we'll get to in a moment. So,
Yes, we
anyways, these guys come upon, Conan comes upon them, and there's like 4 of them, and so he tries to they try to take him.
Mess him up.
He ain't having it.
No, he is not.
And I love it because he comes back holding, carrying, he comes back covered in blood, carrying all their heads.
To show his father.
Throws them at his father's feet and then spits out
Look
that
what
egg,
I caught, Pa.
unbroken, spits it onto the ground and where it breaks. So it's like he took all these guys out, beheaded them.
He did.
They come back, never broke the egg in his mouth. So
And then spit that mother out.
he was bad. He was a badass for sure.
Yeah, he
in
was.
this movie as well.
I do want to say real quick though, with this movie, I really did enjoy the gore factor for an action movie.
Yeah.
It was like
their dramatic blood splatter.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know who would win, him or Jason Voorhees. I couldn't tell. He had more of a kill count than Jason Voorhees in one movie.
So, anyways,
It was a lot.
the story here of this movie is long before Conan was born. There was this mask, made of like bone or whatever, but it had dark powers. And I can't. This guy was wearing it, and he was just wreaking havoc,
Right.
summoning demons, and just, well, he gets defeated. The mask gets shattered, destroyed, and he's defeated and killed. So they take this mask, all the different pieces, and all these different tribes and races. They all take a piece and they take off, and then they go hide it to make sure that these pieces never get back together to make this mask, reform this mask, because
Right.
if someone has it, then
Yep.
they would be able to summon they would get a lot of power.
Yep. They'd be
So that's the whole premise of what
considered.
Stephen Lang's character is doing. He's searching. His wife was like she was a sorceress wizard, sorceress, witch, whatever you want to call her, and she was burned at the stake. And then him and his daughter were forced to watch. Well, his daughter also became a sorceress, and she was his new sorceress.
That bitch.
And she was weird. That's Rose McGowan.
That bitch put
She's trying to help him. Yeah, trying to help him find. She
Freddy
wears these.
Krueger to death. That's a shame.
She wears these
It reminds you of Freddy
silver
Krueger.
claw things on her fingertips. She's weird. She looks weird in the movie, but
She's strange.
that's what they're doing. They're searching everywhere trying to find these pieces, and I guess there's one last piece, and
Yep.
Conan's village is where it's hidden.
I do gotta ask though, real quick, before you continue. I just want to know your opinion on this. Which did you prefer? Did you prefer the original or did you prefer this reboot?
Yes,
What's yes?
I like them both.
Okay. Well said.
I do. I mean, the original's the original. If I had to pick one,
Mm-hmm.
that's the one I'm gonna pick. But
That's what I was asking.
that being said, though, I like them both. I
all heard that,
really
right?
enjoy this one
Yeah.
because it's a different telling. So it's not. It's like,
You're getting two different stories.
yeah,
You're getting two
But they're
different
not-
stories.
redoing the same story from before.
Right.
So I mean, it's a reboot of Conan, but with a new twist, a new telling of
a
it,
new what?
a new origin,
A new
so to speak.
twist.
Yeah, a new twist.
Twist. What are you making out with your fingers?
No, I had that Dorito. You guys know what we're talking about. The Dorito dust. You get it all over your fingers. It gets everywhere. I don't have a napkin. I don't want to wipe it on my shirt because it's tasty.
Which these are really nice shirts.
Why waste it?
Captain Bill and Big Shot Joe watch a movie.
That's right.
All right,
You
so
might have noticed Joey has his on this week.
yes, I do. So I just want to say about the movie for the time it was made too, 2011, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did like the action. I mean, it was action packed.
Well, really. He was perfect for that role. He's got the look.
Yep. There are some nudie scenes in this movie. Yep. I usually like.
Yeah, for the guys, you get to see some
See a lot
some
of,
nice boob shots.
Yep.
And
Yep.
for
Yep.
the ladies, you get a Jason Momoa naked butt shot for a moment.
Yep. 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 So it's got a feel for everybody.
So you guys will like that, I know. Some of you guys might too. Hey.
Hey, who are we?
Yeah, I'm nobody, man. I'm nobody.
So now
I'm just a captain trying to do a review.
Okay.
That's all.
Hence the name of the show, right?
Pass no judgment.
I see what you did there. All right, now, so IMDb rated this film 5.2 out of 10. So they didn't really give it.
Itching to get to those ratings.
What's wrong with doing that right
Go
now?
ahead. Why not? Yeah, let's go ahead. IMDb, you started, man. You've done.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 25% rating out of 100. So
Personally, I would, done it when we gave our review and rating of it. Seems naturally to go together with, when we do ours to give the IMDb and the Rotten Tomato ones, because it's the whole ratings portion of the show. But I mean, we'll go ahead and do these now. We'll get to ours later. So.
I just read them off.
Yeah, I don't even remember what you said about Rotten Tomatoes
because you were talking.
I was scolding you for being foolish.
Yes, 25% they gave out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
5.2 out of 10 for IMDb.
Yep. So I guess in a lot of critics, they didn't give this movie that big of a rating, but I think it has to do with the gore factor and just, So anywho, why don't you explain more about the movie?
You nothing you want to chime in? You just want
The
to
synopsis.
jump ahead to the ratings part, and now.
I'm not
now
jumping
you're done?
ahead. I'm just saying.
You have nothing else to say?
I just wanted
You
to.
watched the movie, Chuck.
I
see
just
what I put
wanted.
up with? You guys see? What
I just
deal
wanted
with?
to read the.
Man, you know what's like trying to watch a movie with him sometimes?
Here we go.
Yeah, he listen. I'm telling you.
Keep it up. So we got.
He's got Tourette's sometimes when you watch a movie.
Yep.
He can't. He'll start to shake and twitch, and then he's just got to start talking, and you got to pause.
Yeah, and then you gotta wait and all that stuff. We get it. So okay. So if we're gonna talk about the movie still, which we're talking about the synopsis, not to give everything away, but
Listen, the movie came out,
9 years ago.
almost a decade ago.
Yep.
If I'm sorry if I spoiled something for you. You've had 10 years.
Well said. So
there are some other things I'm not gonna say, but
what other things?
I'm not gonna say every part that happened in the movie.
So yeah, if you guys are into action films and you like, gore in your films or whatever, this would be if you're a horror fan, you might like it if you like the gore in a film. So I mean, it's got a little bit of something for everybody, and I don't think we've ever saw him get an injury throughout the whole movie, which is very surprising.
No.
Usually you see a hero get stabbed, or maybe get cut on the knee or something somewhere. I don't recall ever seeing him get hit with a knife, get hit with a blade,
Yeah. Well,
not even sneeze.
in the comic books, Conan didn't get hurt too often. He didn't lose.
He was
very
pretty much
often.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
that's why he had a comic book. That's why they made movies about him.
right.
So yeah, there was some in the original Conan with Schwarzenegger, there was the scene where they fight the big snake.
Oh yeah. This was a little different though.
Yeah, it's not a big snake. It's
like an octopus.
Some octopus kraken kind of monster that's in water, and it's tentacles keep reaching up and grabbing people and trying to grab him, and
ends up killing everybody, eating, feasting. Dude, that was wicked, man. I don't know how they did it. It looked like, at first I thought it was multiple snakes.
yeah.
And then it would just turned into be, some kind of like octopus sea creature.
Yeah, and there was the one big guy, bad guy. The big guy was
the
caretaker of this thing. He's went out there. He would pull chains and drop. They would have people hanging in these bamboo cages above the water, and he'd pull chains and drop people down into the water to feed this thing.
Yeah, and
kind of like in the first Conan, where there was the one guy who took care of the big snake that was, his his pet. And when Conan killed it, he was all upset and crying.
And who was the actor who played him?
Played who?
The caretaker guy.
In this movie?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I would have to look. I don't know. He had all kinds of makeup and prosthetics stuff on his face, and no, I don't. I don't know.
Football player, I thought. The one you were talking about that's been in movies, Sap.
That wasn't the caretaker guy. He got killed on the. The caretaker guy was one of the guys that was that big guy who had the big hammer thing. He was pulling all the chains. That he fought at the end.
My bad.
The other guy was.
I retract that statement.
The other guy, Bob Sapp, was the guy from.
Bob Sapp. That's who I was thinking of.
The Longest Yard and.
Played in the NFL.
Yeah, and he fought MMA. I think he fought Pride. He was okay.
Big dude.
Not, like you would have thought. He had a lot of power. If he got a hold of you and kept connecting with shots, it was just over with. But some of those other guys that were quicker, I said he had an average MMA career.
So who was the better Conan? Schwarzenegger or Momoa?
Well, Jason Momoa is the better actor, at least at that time. I mean, that was early. It was one of the first, Schwarzenegger's first big movies. He still wasn't.
He was still green.
Yeah,
I got it.
Momoa was definitely a much more established actor at the time that he did this. He'd done a lot more stuff.
True. Well, like you said too,
but,
didn't he start out on Baywatch?
But still, yeah, he was on Baywatch. He's now married to Lisa Bonet from the Cosbys.
Oh, played the oldest sister.
No, the second oldest sister.
Yeah.
The oldest sister was the one married to that guy. His name was Jeffrey or something.
Mm.
She wore the glasses.
Denise. I think her name was Denise in the Cosby.
Sure. Lisa Bonet was the second oldest one.
So.
The hippie chick.
Right.
Very hippie-ish.
Right on.
Lenny Kravitz's ex-wife.
Really?
Yeah, she was married to Lenny Kravitz, and
alrighty.
Now she's married to Momoa.
I can go on in life knowing that now, man. I'll tell you what.
So yeah, it's it's pretty good. There's definitely some good action. Some good battle scenes, and just if you like that barbarian sword fighting type, stuff.
Yep.
You're gonna enjoy this one.
Definitely.
And if you're a fan of Conan, check it out. What the hell? Check it out. Compare it to the original. See what you think.
Some people are like, I'm not gonna watch it.
I was a Conan fan. I collected his comic books, so I enjoyed this one too, just because it was Conan. I didn't look at it. I didn't go into this, as it like trying to compete with the original Conan, because again, it's a different story, a different telling. It's Conan. That's the one same thing. It's Conan, and his parents were killed when he was a young boy. that part is, that part's the same, but
Well, they kept some of the main factors the same, but as far as who he was and how they told the story, it was like a completely different Conan.
yeah.
You know. Also, too, you got to think of the time frame when the first Conan was made. They didn't have, the stuff that they had nowadays for graphics and movies.
Oh, absolutely.
And
The first,
action and
I think the
CGI
first Conan
and all
came
that.
out in, it was like 82 or 83.
Your guess would be better than mine, man. That's before
know.
I was born.
81, maybe, something like that. Either 81, 82, 83. Somewhere, because I was in junior high
Right.
when it came out.
When Bill was a wee lad.
Yeah, I was in the 6th grade.
Yep. Stealing lunch money.
Because I had a Conan comic book. It was a comic book of the movie, not, the Conans. It
I
was,
wonder if that'd be worth some money right now.
I don't know, it was #1 I had. I sold it to some kid.
The very first issue. How much did you sell it for?
I don't remember. More than it was worth, because he thought it was the Conan the Barbarian, the regular Conan comic book #1. He thought, oh my God, it's #1. Yes, I'll buy that.
And he was dead.
But no, it was Conan Barbarian. It was Conan the movie.
So you duped him.
Sort of, but I mean, I was in the 6th grade, dude. I was in the 6th grade. This kid was willing to give me, top dollar.
Back in them days, what was that? Like $5?
No, I think I sold to him for like $10.
Whoa, that's big money back then, bro.
Yeah, for a
comic
for a
book?
6th grader, scored $10 for a comic book. That
Hell yeah, man.
that cost him. He bought it a 3-pack at Kmart.
Yep.
For $1 or something. So yeah, I made out. I would like to see. I wish he would do another Conan, but
Maybe make another #2 reboot.
yeah, why not?
So I mean, who knows?
But he's got his plate full these days with movies. He's doing a lot.
Especially in the DC universe.
Yeah, he's Aquaman now, so.
Yeah, he's become an A-lister.
And it's funny because Conan is a Marvel character.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Conan is a Marvel character. He was
Marvel
part of
made the comics?
He was part of Marvel. Yeah, he was part of Marvel Comics. In fact, I collected this comic book when I was a kid. It was called What If, and it was always they would come up with crazy scenarios and they would make a comic. Like I had one. It was like, what if Kraven the Hunter killed Spider-Man?
I remember Kraven the Hunter.
What if the Fantastic Four never gained their powers? Just it was always stuff like that.
Right.
But one of them that I had, which was one of my favorites, I thought was the coolest one I had. It was, what if Conan the Barbarian lived in modern times? And the way they did it is it was.
They would try to arrest him.
Well, they did it. It was back in his time. It was one of the wizards or something. They somehow he went. He ended up going through this portal, and this portal brought him to modern day New York City. Well,
right.
Modern day in the 80s New York City. He just appears in a back alley, some kind of a la Terminator, type scenario.
Okay, well, even then, he's gonna still think like how he was in his time frame.
Yeah. He ended up becoming the leader of this ruthless gang. He kind of became a bad guy, sort of.
I could see the 80s corrupting him.
He did have a run-in. He fought in. I want to say he fought it was Captain America or somebody. One of the heroes.
Fight the Cap.
One of the heroes
boy.
he had a run-in with.
All right, Marvel character that he should fight, Wolverine. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
say yes, Bill.
Yeah, it would be. It would be good. It would be good.
So, what about the Hulk versus Conan?
That one might be rough for Conan, you know, because Hulk's. Yeah, I don't know that. You know, his swords, you know, probably ain't gonna penetrate his skin.
What about Groot? I don't know. I'm just saying shit now.
What about if Conan fought Rocket Raccoon?
I was gonna say him at first, but then I decided to just go with Groot. I am Groot. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, we have wandered so astray from the
We
Conan
have.
movie here.
We have. So, did you
I mean,
already?
we're still talking about Conan, but
Did you already hold it up to show them the case?
yeah, I showed him the case.
Why don't you give him another slap?
Boom.
And if you guys haven't already, as Bill does that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, give us a thumbs up. Show us your support, guys, at the 321 Screw. All right.
We'll be your best friend.
Yep.
Joey will come over and detail your car for you.
I used to detail cars.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it in a very long time.
Pretty excited because last year on my birthday,
I knew he was going to bring that
he
up.
promised to detail my car for me for my birthday.
Yep. It didn't happen.
My next birthday is next week, so yeah. Been a year.
You had to do that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the people have a right to know.
Yeah, good deal.
He's an Indian given birthday gift.
I am not an Indian giver.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Yeah, he never like gave it to me to actually take it back.
Take what back?
The detail.
True. So really,
So,
technically,
to be Indian giver, you would have had to have like clean my car and then ran out there and threw a couple handfuls of dirt onto the carpet.
absolutely.
Spill a drink on my
So,
seat.
Bill, what would you rate this movie?
This here movie,
Out of 5 popcorn buckets.
5 popcorn buckets. I'm giving it 3.5 with extra butter.
We'll go ahead and give it a 3. It was a solid 3 for me. It was good. No extra butter. No.
You don't like these chintzy with that butter.
I am, man.
I'm telling you what.
It makes all the difference.
You don't like to share the butter.
No, sir, I do not.
So, any final thoughts, Shays, on Conan the Barbarian, the reboot?
It's worth a watch, ladies and gentlemen. I say definitely check it out.
Yeah.
At least once.
And we were able to find this Blu-ray at a value pawn thrift store. So,
Pawn shop.
you know, check pawn shops sometimes. You know, you can find some good movie for a buck or two. It's worth a buck or two to buy it and watch it. You know,
Redbox
if
charge you more to rent it.
Yeah, about the same thing at a Redbox. If you find one movie there that you've never seen, like, you know what? What the hell, man? I'll gamble $1. I'll gamble $2.
I'll roll the dice.
I'll roll the dice on $2 and get a movie. If you enjoy it and you like it, hey man, you just bought yourself a movie for a buck or two that you enjoy. If you don't like it, it was $1 or $2. You give it to someone else. Hey, you want? Yeah, here. You ever see this? Here, it's yours. Have it. There you go. Problem solved. So
Yeah, this has been another episode of Life Lessons with Bill.
yeah, just makes good sense.
It does.
Just makes good sense.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So, in closing,
Conclusion.
check out Conan the Barbarian, starring Jason Momoa.
Reboot 2011.
And, as Joey said earlier, hit that subscribe, the bell icon, and give us a thumbs up.
Show us your support, ladies and gentlemen.
We will appreciate it.
This has been 3.
And
What? And
big surprise. Next show, we're gonna have a special guest.
who's it?
The legendary Ernest Borgnine. Yes. If you don't know who he is, Google him. He'll be on the next show.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
So he'll be surprised. You know what? I think we would all be surprised.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's passed on.
But
That's what we're doing, guys, to get subscribers, man. We're raising the dead.
the word on the street is he's going to be on the next show, though. I got to go with what I hear until.
Is that through the
until it's
grapevine
not
or
through.
what?
I heard it through the graveyard.
Or the graveyard?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
I'd imagine it's not that loud, though.
yeah.
Probably really quiet.
All right, folks. Taking up enough of your time.
This has been another edition.
I've enjoyed myself. It's been fun.
I've enjoyed myself.
Rambling on about this movie. Ranting about Joey's antics.
He always does.
It's because he always does stuff.
He's a bitch. What was that look?
All right. Till next time, stay classy, San Diego. We'll see you at the movies.